What's Gucci everyone, it's AJ here again, and today I want to make a video about dictionaries. Now, dictionaries, to quickly explain, are things that you can find that are key value pairs. So, dictionaries are named because they're a dictionary. And a dictionary, when you have a dictionary, you need to know, you look up the key, and what the key is associated with a value or a definition as in the dictionary. So you look up a word and you have the definition. But you can only go from key to value. You can't go from value to key because in a dictionary, when you look something up in a dictionary, you're looking it up because you don't know the definition. You know what the key is, but you don't know the definition, and so you can't go backwards, just like in this case. So let's make something here. So we're going to code example. We're going to do let dict 1 equal, and the way you do this is with the square brackets, just like an array. And what we want to do is simply we want to do apple, and we're going to say an apple is red, and so that's one thing in the dictionary. So I'm going to say this is the key, and then this is the value, and then that does that. It names me the key and the value, and then I can say orange, and I can say well, frankly, an orange is orange, right? I hope I didn't spell those differently. And so then I have a comma separating them, and let's do blueberry quickly. Blueberry, and so that's blue. No, stop it. Stop it, autocomplete. Okay, so now we got blue. So now I've created this cool dictionary, and a dictionary has no notion of order. So just because I put them in this way, it's not necessarily that orange is the second element or blueberry is the third element. It's just that the fact that the dictionary gets stored in the most efficient way possible, which could be any way. So the way to loop through these things is to do for key value in dict 1, and then I can do print ln key. I can do print ln key. And then as you can see here in this constant output, which I made really small, I have orange, apple, and blueberry, so I was able to print everything out. And also note, let's try this out. I haven't tried this out yet. If I do comma value, what happens? So if I do comma value, well, literally then a comma gets printed out, and then all my values in my dictionary get printed out. So right there, I was able to print out all my key and value pairs. Let me put things back to the way they were. And so that's really cool about the dictionary right here. Let me continue to look at this book to see if there's anything else I want to look at. So as you can see here in this dictionary example, we have a dictionary, but instead what we have strings, and those are mapped to arrays of numbers. And so square is mapped to an array of numbers. So here they do a for loop where they get the keys and the numbers, and then they loop within the array once they get that key, and then they figure out which number is the largest, which is kind of cool. So then they do that. So that's definitely a cool lesson. And then there's while loops. Should we do while loops? Let's do while loops quickly, just because I feel completely. So that's how you can iterate through a list. Something you can do is you can also do while loops. So we learned how to do a for loop, and you do a for loop essentially when you know how long your thing is going, so you're looping through a connection. Well, a while loop may go on once or it may go on forever, whereas in a for loop, it's always going to do the same thing. It's always going to go to condition. So a while loop, so I'm going to have var condition, and I'm going to set it equal to 2, and then I could have a while loop. I say while condition is less than 1,000. I don't need these brackets, by the way. I believe I'm just typing it because of C syntax or another language I've done. So while condition is that, I am going to take condition, and I'm going to add it equal to 2 here. And then what am I going to do? It's giving me an error here. Why are you an error? It may not like that. So let's just do condition equals condition plus 2. Okay, so then it didn't like that space. So then I'm going to print ln, I'm going to print condition. Hope you guys like the bigger font, by the way. So now that I print a condition, so now I say while condition is less than 1,000. So while it's less than 1,000, I'm going to take the current value condition and add 2. So it's going to go, the first time it runs, it's going to go in the while loop, it's going to go condition plus 2 equal to back condition. So now the current value of condition is 4. And then it goes back up to the while statement because it's within these braces. It says, is condition less than 1,000? Oh, yes it is. So now condition is going to keep on going until it gets to 1,000. Because once it gets to 1,000, not 1,002, once it gets to 1,000, condition is not less than 1,000. If I made condition less than or equal to 1,000, it would be a different characteristic. It would go to 1,002 because it would be equal to 1,000. But if I made it less than 1,000, it would go to 1,000 because then it wouldn't be less than. And as you can see here in the console that I will move over, that indeed that is true. The console output is 1,000, and that is pretty nifty. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I tried to make it quick, but remember, have the best day of your lives.